Hello YouTube, here's a new video. My newest acquisition, it's a Mosin Nagant model 1891-30. I picked it up for $100 from West Rifle. It's a shooter grade Mosin Nagant. It's made in 1943 and it came with the accessories that you see here minus the ammo. So that's 2 ammo pouches, an oiler, tool kit, which includes the multi-tool, the jag, the muzzle, cover, and equipment to make the cleaning rod. And it also included the bayonet and sling. So let's just go over the rifle really quickly. So this is a hardwood stock. I just finished getting all the cosmoline out of it. It took a few days as I didn't want to rush it. I did the metalwork first. After doing some research, I decided to strip the metal of cosmoline using boiling water and WD-40. And that worked really well because, first of all, I had WD-40 on hand and I wanted to use something less harsh. And because WD-40 contains mineral spirits, it basically dissolves the cosmoline, which is essentially a petroleum jelly, similar to Vaseline. So that came off real easily. However, with the stock, I had a little bit more trouble. I tried using WD-40 and it got the cosmoline off the surface, but because it was soaked into the wood pretty deeply, today I took an iron out and just hovered the iron over the wood, and the steam coming out of the iron basically drew the cosmoline out of the deep pores, and I would just wipe it off. So I did that maybe 3 times and it came out pretty nice. The wood's a little dry in areas now, as you can see about right here. So what I did was I took 2 coats of paste wax and just added it on top of the shellac to give it a little bit more shine, buffed it a little bit. You see the polish there, and just give it a little bit extra abrasion resistance and water resistance. Okay, so just a little bit about this rifle. As I mentioned, it's a 1943 rifle. Not sure if you can make that out. 1943, and it's a Izhevsk manufacturer at the Izhevsk arsenal. The front sight is a post, hooded post, and the rear sight is an open leaf, which is graduated from 100 to 2,000 meters. The battle zero is 300 meters, and this rifle, as well as all Mosin Nagant rifles in the 9130 line, are sighted in with the bayonet, which is right here. I've tried to put it onto the barrel at the front, but it's a really tight fit because the Soviets never really took them off during combat. So I haven't shot this rifle yet, so I'll have to see how it shoots with and without the bayonet. So what else can I tell you? This Mosin I picked because it had the brass handguards. It's nothing really special. They're a little bit more rare. Most of the ones you see will have a black steel, so this is just a nice touch. It also has the finger grooves in front of the barrel band. Some of them had them put in after the war, and they won't look as nice. So as you can see, on the machining on the receiver is a little rough. It's not as polished. I also got to mention that this is a round receiver, not a hex receiver, pre-war, up to 1940, I believe, or 39, something like that. And when I took the handguard off here, there were a lot of lathe marks on the barrel. It was pretty rough, but it's not going to affect the function at all. You can also see the cleaning rod, which is screwed in under the barrel, and that attaches to the accessories here to make a full cleaning rod. So a little bit more about this rifle. It's about 8.5 to 9 pounds in weight, and it's 130 centimeters in length. So that's about 1 meter and 30 centimeters, almost close to 1.5 meters. and the barrel is 28 3/4 inches long. So it's the same size as my Mossberg 500 with a 28-inch barrel installed. What else can I tell you? So the boat itself is a pretty interesting affair. It's complicated, but very robust and reliable, and it's built with very loose tolerances, so it's going to work in battlefield conditions where there's mud, snow, blood, and guts, essentially. So it'll slide in and out of the receiver pretty smoothly, and it closes down quite smoothly. So you're not supposed to operate it with your index finger and your thumb. You're supposed to just smack it up, and then use your palm and smack it back, smack it forward, and smack it down. I haven't shot it yet, so I don't know if I have a sticky bolt. I made sure I sprayed a lot of WD-40 into the chamber to get rid of the cosmoline, but who knows. I heard that if you use lacquer-coated ammo, that's the problem, but I don't plan to shoot corrosive in this gun. I just like to shoot clean ammo, so that would just save me a step. Cost more, but we have some pretty good deals on ammo up in here in Canada, so I'll just buy clean ammo for now, non-corrosive ammo. This rifle is matching from the butt plate to the boat to the barrel and the receiver and the magazine floor plate and the bayonet. Okay, so talk about the accessories now. So this is MFS ammunition that I bought for it at a gun show recently. I got them for about $12.50 for 2 boxes of 20, so 40 bucks in total, or 40 rounds in total for $25. That's about average. It's zinc-plated steel case with a 185 grain bullet. I put a magnet up to the bullet, and it attracts throughout the round. It's lacquer coated at the primer, and it's not reloadable. So we'll see how this shoots when I bring it out to the range. MFS is a Hungarian manufacturer, but it says on the box that it's made in Russia. I've speculated, and I've seen on the internet that it could be the same as Silver Bear, but anybody who wants to attest to that, leave a comment. This is a Soviet flag I got in Spain, Madrid exactly. I also picked up these stripper clips. They're new manufacturer. From what I heard, these are modeled after the Model 91 stripper clips because they have these two flanges in the middle. So it makes them a little harder to load the gun, but I find them pretty easy to load. Just gotta lift the top bullet and push them down. Okay, so with the accessories, you got 2 ammo pouches. They carry 3 stripper clips in each compartment. So that's 15 times 4, 60 rounds. I guess you could say 65 if the rifle was loaded as well. Also comes with an oiler. And then so there's 2 compartments for solvent and oil. And you have a multi-tool. This screwdriver at the tip is very useful actually. I've used it quite a bit for this rifle. And then you have the firing pin gauges. So the large one, the firing pin should not touch. The small one, the firing pin should touch. I think it's 75 and 90 is what they call them. And you're also given a muzzle protector to put over the muzzle so you don't damage the crown. And this slips through this kind of like a handle. It forms a handle of the cleaning rod, and that slips through the hole in this cleaning rod. And this is the jag, and you screw that onto the end of the cleaning rod, and you can put a patch or a brush on it, and it turns by itself, or it will turn with the rifling, because it's a little bit free floating there, so it will spin with the rifling. Okay, so what else could I tell you about this rifle? So overall, my impressions are I like it a lot. I own K31 and a Model 98 Mauser Sporter. The action is a lot looser, but that doesn't bother me because I know why it was, and its reliability and track record indicate that the looser tolerances and the build of this rifle is attributed to success in the battlefield. I gotta show you some of the markings here. So this right here is an Arsenal or Refurb mark. So it's a square with a cross through it, or a diagonal line through it. If you guys can tell me what these mean, I mean I could look them up on 7.60 by 54r.net. But there's a C here, and like a 6 here, or 9. And there's another C here. There's something here. Can't really make that out. And there's a couple markings up here. I'm pretty happy with this rifle's condition, considering how much I paid for it. I mean, I could refinish it, but I plan to keep it as original as possible, just because I respect the history of the rifle and I don't want to ruin it. I do plan to shoot with it, and if I shoot well with it, and it shoots at least a decent group at 100 yards or 200 yards, then I consider bringing it deer hunting. I'm also going to show you the bullet test with this rifle. So, most diameters for the Mosin Nagant are 311, but I guess because they were shot so much, usually they're about 312 on average. Now, the only thing with these bullets that I bought, MFS or Silver Bear, whatever you call it, I looked it up, and the bullets are about 310 diameter. So this bullet test isn't exactly a good indicator of how good the bore is, but it has enough rifling to grab it about there. So, I mean, if I find some like surplus ammunition or some factory that has 311 or 312 diameter bullets, then it'd probably be like up here or further up here. So I'm not really worried about the rifling. It looks pretty good to me.